Seth Payne just keeps working, and this is the story with Seth Payne. He's just a guy that just never stops. He's a high motor down defensive tackle. He's making the switch from defensive tackle to defensive tackle from nose guard in a 3-4, and it sounds easy, but it's a lot tougher than it looks.
A loss of 5. Ronnie Brown back in.
False start, number 77 offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
It's Damian McIntosh.
No, Gus, that's the second one, and you put that along with a delay of game penalty and a sack, and all of a sudden the mistake-free football we talked about in the open is not happening for the Miami Dolphins. They wind up with a 2nd and 20 when they should have had a 3rd and 3 or 2nd and 3.
Second down, 20 from the 42. Culpepper to the sideline. Great throw. And that is a catch. Marty Booker at the 25. 17-yard gain.
Holding, number 77 offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Damian McIntosh.
And he's the new right guard who's starting today in place of Steve McKinney. And also Joe Berger and all the other guys they've had at that right guard spot. And once again, the Dolphins are moved back even further.
2nd and 30 from their own 48. They have to go to the 22-yard line for first down. They throw it, Welker, and Wes Welker gets back inside Houston territory, and he's ridden out of bounds by Lewis Sanders, a 7-yard gain. But the Dolphins trying to figure out a way to get the ball back deep inside Houston territory. At one point, they had it at the Houston 32.
It's one of the rare times you see there's Mike Mularkey, the offensive coordinator of the Dolphins. Tough to keep calling plays that get run, and it goes from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20, 2nd and 30.
2nd and 23 now. Culpepper to the sideline. Ronnie Brown. Good catch. Nice running after the catch. He gets inside the 35. A gain of 11. Dante Robinson brings him down.
And that was a key play, Gus, because now Orlando Moreeeee comes into the picture, and he's got a chance to put the Dolphins on the board here. Even after all the problems they had in this drive, they can come away with points.
So Orlando Moreeeee needs this field goal to tie Pete Stojakovic for most 50-yard field goals in club history. He has 13. This from 52 yards away. It is good. Oh! Orlando Moreeeee nailing it. And the Dolphins take a 3-0 lead over the Texans.
Morning. Hi. That'll be $20.
I'd like to pay for a couple of his shirts, too. And can you give me my card, please?
Sure.
Bold moves. They happen every day.
Endless Shrimp is back at Red Lobster. Treat yourself to endless amounts of 5 irresistible shrimp favorites, like decadent scampi, freshly hand-breaded fried shrimp, and creamy shrimp pasta. For limited time, only at Red Lobster.
I changed my oil. Why worry about engine sludge?
You can't see sludge coming, but it can rob gas mileage and hold your car back.
Yeah, right.
Castrol GTX has an improved formula to stop sludge in its tracks.
Give me a burger, fries.
GTX's new dispersants neutralize sludge for superior protection among leading 5W and 10W30s.
And some extra napkins.
Castrol GTX. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
I was looking for a smarter way to migrate from Unix to Linux. Fortunately,
I get advice from a partner who does it every day.
We're looking for 2 of our own, 1 alive, 1 not.
Every mission has one rule.
We can't leave Billy out there. Don't intend to.
No man left behind.
You gotta haul him in. We got company. They set the trap.
Moreeeee with the 52-yard field goal. And he ties Pete Stojakovic's record for most 50-yard field goals, 50 and 50 plus rather.
I'll tell you what, that was a good kick too. That was right down the pipe and would have been good from another 3 or 4, maybe 5 yards further.
Edel Shepard back deep. This one coming right into your living room. And Shepard brings it out. And Shepard taken down to the 25. First man to him, Travis Minor. Coming up, the Texans on offense right after this.
Ford Super Duty, the most capable pickup in America. Bold moves. They happen every day.
Hey, Teddy, I hate to bother you. You sent my melon to Peyton, P-E-Y.
Groceries, $41.
That's awesome, man. Charlie!
Oil change, $25.
You're good, too. Decaf!
Lunch,
Decaf!
$12.
Great shift today, guys. Nice salad bar.
Your favorite players,
Yes.
priceless.
Yes. Yes!
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
You signed the bread to my little brother. He loves you.
Oh, Hoodie, monument to the durable. Fast friend, uncomplaining sucker of sweat. In our most trying times, you still tried. When other garments stopped at the neck, you said, oh no, the head needs a garage. Our arms would pull off well before yours, yet this is how we treat you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ford. Bold moves, they happen every day. Dell, it's much more than technology. It's a Dell. And by Subway, yummylicious sandwiches on freshly baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
Welcome back. Dolphins with a 3-0 lead over the Texans. 11:51 to play in the second quarter. Texans start first and 10 at the 26. Jamil Cook, Ron Dane in the backfield. Eric Moulds, the receiver, at the top of your screen. And they throw it underneath. Jamil Cook with the reception. Zach Thomas knocks him out of bounds. Gain of 6 on the play.
I'll tell you what, Gus, Zach Thomas gets sideline to sideline still at this point in his career as well as anybody. I mean, this is a guy in his 11th year out of Texas Tech. Everybody kind of laughed when all the way back, and Jimmy Johnson made him the starter way back in the day, and he proved everybody wrong. Zach Thomas is still a great linebacker.
2nd and 4 at the 32. And they hand it off. Ron Dane trying to make something happen. Loose ball. Dolphins are saying they have it, but it looks like the Texans will hold on. Channing Crowder in on the tackle.
And we spoke to Ron Dane yesterday, and he was brought in from Denver because he worked with Gary Kubiak there in that offense. And it was interesting. He told us when you run this offense, when you're running back in this offense, you don't look at the defense so much. You look and you read, as you see there, he was down when the ball came out. But you read your offensive lineman. You don't look at the defense, you look at your guys. And that's a really strange thing to do for a running back.
3rd down and 3 at the 33. Dane again. And Ron Dane running over people this time. Gets to the 36-yard line. Zach Thomas throwing himself under the chariot. It's a gain of 4. Tonight on CBS, an episode of Without a Trace that breaks all the rules. Right after Cold Case tonight at 10, 9 Central on CBS. Again, this season, America's most watched network. It's funny when you look at Ron Dayne. Originally, he was drafted by the New York Giants in the first round in the 2000 draft, 11th overall. That ball thrown up, and it's caught. Andre Johnson going up high, brings it down in front of Will Allen. A gain of 12.
It was a great catch by Johnson. That ball was behind him. He goes up and gets it. You watch here. He's the one on the line of scrimmage, comes out, takes a turn inside and goes up behind him. And that's, you know, that you can talk about great catches, Gus, but that's a fundamentally sound technique. Go up with both hands, turn your entire body, and catch the ball. Great job.
5 catches, 55 yards for Andre Johnson. First down for the 49. Ron Dayne, look at the big fella. Flag thrown on the play. Dayne gets to the 35. Ronaldo Hill stops him. If it stands, it's a 17-yard gain.
Now this is coming back. This came from way in the secondary.
Holding, number 85 offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's Kevin Walter.
That flag was thrown all the way back from the middle of the secondary, and it came flying all the way in. And those are frustrating things, particularly when your offense starts to get something going. Have it stopped by a holding penalty on a great run up inside.
And Walter trots off the field. So instead of a 17-yard gain, the Texans approach the line of scrimmage. 1st and 14 from the 45. Here's the reverse. Shepard. And he goes down at midfield. A lot of running. Jason Taylor with the tackle. Edel Shepard, 3rd year from San Jose State, picks up 6.
I'll tell you guys, you can see why they gave this to Edel Shepard. What a great move he makes as soon as he gets the football, spins away from Jason Taylor. That's something that's really difficult to do. Then makes something out of nothing. Runs through Channing Crowder's block, gets back and gains a couple of yards on this play. And that was, I mean, that play had disaster written all over it for the Texans, but he makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 8 at the 49. Short drop underneath. That ball is caught, and it's Edel Shepard again. Will Allen brings him down. Dallas, Tennessee. Here's JB in New York.
Hey, Gus and Steve. Terry Glenn, 13, obviously his number today. Take a look. Drew Bledsoe back. Plenty of time. Back of the end zone. Hooking up with Terry Glenn, his 2nd touchdown reception of the day. Capping a 6-play, 40-yard drive. 14-3. Cowboys on top in the 2nd. Back to Gus and Steve.
All right, JB. 3-0 our score here. Dolphins with the lead on the road, trying to improve their record to 500. Dallas at Tennessee. Terrell Owens, 2 catches, 27 yards. Texans with the football faced with the 3rd down and 1 at the 42.
And this is a key play, Gus. And this is one thing Gary Kubiak told us they've got to do better is stay on the football field. They've got all these 3rd and longs that they've overcome. Now they got a 3rd and 1. These are the ones you've got to get. There's no excuse for not getting a 3rd and 1. You've got to get this if you're the Texans.
Cook and Dayne in the backfield. Now Cook in motion. Ron Dayne, the single setback. And David Carr calls a timeout. First timeout call by Houston in the 1st half. And we will return right after this.
Coach, what do you know about this new Coors Light Silver Ticket promotion?
Excuse me, repeat that again?
Coors Light is giving away NFL tickets.
They do things that you don't see every day.
But Coach, what's the point of the Silver Ticket promotion?
It's all about winning.
Yeah. Look for the official entry code inside specially marked packages of Coors and Coors Light for your chance to win NFL tickets, even Super Bowl tickets and more.
Coach, I am freaking out about this Silver Ticket promotion.
You have to learn to handle it, okay? You have to learn to handle your own intensity.
So I get football 24/7 with Dish Network.
24/7. Come on, man, you gotta
feel it. I feel it. No, you have got to feel it. All right. You're getting games every night of the week. Okay. It's about half the price of digital cable. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get the lawnmower.
Get football 24/7 and games every night of the week. Just $24.99 a month for 10 months. Dish Network. Better TV for all.
Rick Wilcoxon is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell a story, we hired an actor.
Originally, I switched to Geico to save money, but then I was in an accident.
Yeah, that's right. I was in an accident.
I got on the phone and called Geico.
Yeah. Hello. Hey, how's it going?
After a few days, I had my repair check. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I got the check. Got my car fixed. It's my birthday. Fixed my bumper. New taillights.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
It's my birthday.
The only cure for a natural disaster is a human response. Help the NFL and United Way rebuild communities. Find out how at unitedway.org.
Thousands of miles from home.
We don't have any money.
What would you do?
Flowers. Selling like hotcakes, yeah.
Catch an all-new Amazing Race, CBS tonight after 60 minutes.
Miami's never been more dangerous. Catch a new CSI Miami tomorrow at 10/9 Central on CBS. Again, this season, America's most watched network. 8th play of the drive for the Texans that started at their own 26-yard line. Texans break the huddle. Cook and Ron Dane in the backfield. Now Cook in motion. 3rd down and 1. Empty backfield. Remember, David Carr can run. Quarterback sneak, and he gets it. David Carr leaning forward, gets to the 41-yard line, or make it the 40.
David Carr runs this play pretty well. Some quarterbacks just cannot get that quarterback sneak down. David Carr does a very nice job. The first thing is, Gus, get the exchange and hang on to the football. Then just follow the guys that have your jersey on and find a crack. That's all he needed. That's what he did. Some guys, I'll tell you, as simple as that looks, some guys can't do that.
1st down and 10 at the 40. Play action. Carr looks backside. Now he finds his receiver underneath, and it's caught. Beautiful reception. Eric Moulds, gain of 24. And Ronaldo Hill brings him down. And that's the first catch for the former Pro Bowler, Eric Moulds.
I'll tell you what, he has been a huge addition to this offense. He's got a lot of great football still in him, Gus. And you're right, there was a time when he was probably the best receiver in the league. He plays with a lot of aggression. He's a #1 receiver, a built, big, strong guy who loves to mix it up. He's a great addition, particularly with Andre Johnson on the other side.
1st down and 10 at the 16. Here's Carr again, throwing on the run, incomplete. Moulds intended receiver. He had Zach Thomas right behind him. The Texans this season in the red zone, they've been there 5 times, coming up with 4 touchdowns and 1 field goal.
That is a good statistic. And I think that's another reason, another way that you can say David Carr has really gotten better. He does a lot better things with the football than he did early in his career. Doesn't make bad decisions, and that was a nice throwaway that he just made right there. Just get the football to the ground, come up, and go 2nd and 10.
They hand it off to Ron Dane, and he is crunched. Channing Crowder, first man to him. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long. No gain on the play. The Texans have scored 4 touchdowns in their last 4 red zone possessions.
You see there, number 18, Sage Rosenfeld, looking at David Carr saying, be smart, be smart. He's right. It's 3rd and 10. Make sure you don't go 4th and 25 or turn the football over. This is field goal range. You can tie this game up no matter what happens. Just be smart with the football.
Sage Rosenfeld is a former member of the Miami Dolphins last season. 3rd and 10 at the 16. Here's Carr. Dumps it off to Dane. And Ron Dane goes down at the 13. Stopped on the play by Jeremiah Bell.
And that's okay right there. You put your hands out and say, okay, you see Sage Rosenfeld. They know that's a plus. That's a good drive. They went all the way down the football field, kept the drive alive, big plays mixed in there, good solid football. You know, this is an 0-3 team, Gus, as we mentioned in the open, that's trying to find itself. Every positive thing that happens is a good thing, and they're going to try and build on it.
Chris Brown 2 for 2 this season. This one from 32 yards away. Chad Stanley, the holder. It's up and good. And we're tied at 3. 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Dolphins, Texans, 3 apiece.
You think you got game machine? All right, let's see what you got. Come on, breathe. Come on, breathe. Pick him up, pick him up.
Live NFL. Drink Diet Pepsi.
I can do this all day, baby.
Breathe in, breathe out. Restless, waiting for anything. So come on, come on, come on now. Let's go, let's jump right in, screaming till the wind feed the fire within. I can't ignore this burning in my soul. Come on, baby, let's go.
There's a car company for people like that. Ford. Bold moves.
Found it under the bed.
That, by the way, not mine.
Did you want it?
No.
I had such a nice time tonight.
Lena?
Waiting naked in a girl's bed wearing whipped cream undies does not work. Usually.
Is anyone in here?
Yeah, hey, Robin.
You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 41. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon Wireless and by Rocky Mountain Refreshing Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Welcome back. Our score is tied at 3 apiece. Second quarter, Chris Brown ready to send it away as the Texans went on a 13-play, 60-yard drive, 32-yard field goal for Brown. Longest drive of the season for Houston. Wes Welker, the deep man, and Welker starts from his own goal line. And Welker up the sideline, goes out of bounds at the 25, ushered out of bounds by Lewis Sanders. A 25-yard return.
Gus, we spoke to Nick Saban yesterday, and did you see there Mario Williams waiting to go in for the defense? Going to stand on the sidelines here on first down. This is an offense in Miami that really has struggled, and it's been the pass protection. And the first 5 minutes of our conversation was all about Dante Culpepper yesterday, but it wasn't about his poor play. It was about their inability to protect him. That's all Nick Saban could talk about.
First down at 10 at the 25. They hand it to Brown. Here's the reverse. Chambers. And Chris Chambers out of bounds at the 40. Stopped by Glenn Earl, and watch the block by Dante Culpepper.
You say he's not mobile. He may not be mobile. You said when we spoke to him yesterday, Gus, he's big. Watch him as he gets out in front of Chambers, leading the way. He's as big as a guard. Watch him. And you see there, bang. That's C.C. Brown taking the hit from Culpepper. And I'll tell you what, if I'm a defensive back, I want no part of that guy.
First down at 10 at the 39. Here's the pitch, Ronnie Brown. And Brown goes down at the 44. And the tackle made by Ryan.
Watch, this is full speed. Watch how fast Culpepper runs as he turns the field. He can run. He may not run like he once did, but I'll tell you what, you tell me a quarterback there, maybe Mike Vick runs better than that, but when Culpepper turns it on, he's so tall and so big, he does move very well still, even with that massive knee injury he's recovering from.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line. Culpepper to pass now. Throws it out of the backfield, Ronnie Brown. And Ronnie Brown goes down at the 45. Shante Orr with the stop, 2-yard gain. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report, join JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report. So here comes Dante.
We saw that the Houston Texans were 25th in the league. The Dolphins are 27th in the league at over 8 yards every third down.
Dolphins 1 of 4 on third down conversions. Up the sideline, beautiful catch. Marty Booker hauls it down, a gain of 18.
Working against Dante Robinson. I love when receivers do this. Watch, he goes up to the outside on the side. Watch as he runs. He's going to look back for the ball, but he doesn't reach for it until it's right there. Robinson has no chance to react to his hands because he puts them up so late. That guy can really catch. I've always liked Marty Booker. He snatches the ball out of the air. That's a tough pass to defend, but only if you execute it well. And they did.
First down at the 37. Culpepper in trouble, and he's sacked. Sack made by Shante Orr. Also Malone in on the play. Third sack of the day, given up by the Dolphins offensive line.
We'll start right here. Watch as the sacks today are coming against Dante Culpepper from the inside. Seth Payne got one, and now you see there, that's Alfred Malone getting inside. 2 defensive tackles have made it. I think the Dolphins are worried so much about the speed outside, they're forgetting that the big guys down inside can rush the passer too.
Loss of 5. Second and 15. Culpepper underneath, incomplete. Intended for Chambers. Standing right on the play, though, Lewis Sanders.
Dante Culpepper has been harried all season. Today is no exception. You see there, he takes the shot right on the first play of the game. Then he stands in. There you see as he pulls it down. That leads to the sack on this one. The pocket collapses before he can get rid of it. So it's a number of things. Once the receiver's covered, he has to pull it down and take a sack. Other times he has no time to throw it in the first place. But that's the most in the NFL. Dante Culpepper, 19 sacks so far.
Third down, 15 at the 42. They need to go to the 27 for first down. Culpepper fires. Incomplete, nobody home. Marty Booker, the intended receiver, but he lost his footing. Yeah. And that one sails out of bounds.
Yeah, Booker just slipped at the top of the route and couldn't get out of it. And that's the thing, the quarterback in a deep route like this, he's got to throw the ball before Booker comes out. You'll see there, he just loses it, trying to come out of the break, and the ball's already in the air. There's nothing Dante Culpepper could do.
Phillip Buchanan back deep as Donnie Jones tees it up from the 44. Left-footed punter got this one high in the air with a wobble, and it goes into the end zone. 42-yard punt, a 22-yard net. Coming up, Texans with the ball at their own 20.
Coach, have you seen this Coors Light Gridiron cooler box? All you gotta do is add ice. Pretty good, huh?
Brilliant, not just good, brilliant.
Coach, how many players would you trade for a cooler box?
9 of them. Both tackles, tight end, 1 guard, quarterback, running back, both receivers, and then a backup guy.
The Coors Light Gridiron Cooler Box, a case of go-anywhere plastic bottles and a ready-made cooler.
Coach, I'm thinking of coming to training camp next year.
You're spinning your wheels. Don't make the trip.
With more trucks on the road with 250,000 miles than any other brand, there's nothing tougher than Ford F-Series.
Hey, Jack. That looks like my old truck. Well, now it's your new truck.
Bold moves. They happen every day.
Good news, no more hassles with Wi-Fi hotspots. We're upgrading to Verizon Wireless, so you can work where you need to.
Bus in Boston?
Yes.
Car wash in Columbus?
Sure.
Mall in Memphis?
Yeah.
Rest stop in Raleigh?
Okay.
Found a hot tub in Vegas, baby!
Oh,
yeah!
Vegas, baby!
Well, can we?
Absolutely.
See you in Vegas.
Only one network gives you the broadband access card with America's most reliable wireless broadband network, Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Vegas, baby!
FedEx for
And welcome back. Our score is tied at 3 apiece. Gus Johnson, Steve Tasker with you from Reliant here in Houston, Texas. Texans defense playing much better today. Now they're trying to get something going with the offense as David Carr approaches the line of scrimmage, faced with the first down and 10 at his own 20. Cook and Dane in the backfield. Here's Dane. Ron Dane gets to the 22-yard line. Chopped down on the play by Vonnie Holiday. Make that Gatto.
You know, Gus, this is a fine line. We were talking about it during the break. Do you come out as the Houston Texans and go for it, try and score in the last 2 minutes of the game, or do you walk a little more conservative line and just wait for the halftime, go in 3-3 at the half? You know, this is an offense that, or a team that's been struggling. You put your defense back out there with a turnover when you're going for it, and you may go in with a deficit or trailing.
Now Gatto in motion out of the backfield and a flag. Timeout called by Miami.
That's their first charge. Second charge, timeout.
1:19 to play in the first half. 3 apiece. Back after this.
This hurts more than shopping for auto insurance.
Suck it up, champ. Esurance takes the pain out of it.
What? I need collision coverage now.
With some of the fastest quotes on the web, Esurance makes it easy to save on auto insurance.
That's why thousands of drivers switch to Esurance every week.
Esurance has got you covered in every season.
Quote by
Touchdown! If you're on the go, you've got to have Esurance.
Get your fast, free auto insurance quote. Visit Esurance.com today.
Let's say I retire at 64.
At 60.
58.
Let's say I leave my job in 5 years and start teaching.
We help the kids buy their first house.
Let's say healthcare costs double.
We hold off tapping into our 401k.
What would that look like?
Welcome to Envision with Wachovia Securities, a way of working with our financial advisors that starts with your life and plans your money around it. Are you with Wachovia?
You're on a mission to get an amazing new TV this year, but you want to be absolutely sure you pick the right one. Circuit City makes it simple. That's because we've got thousands of online customer reviews that rate the hot new stuff. And right now, get no interest for 24 months on all TVs $4.99 and up. Plus, get up to 10% off TVs, only at Circuit City.
Coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report, join JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's all coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report.
Nick Saban had to call a timeout just now. I think they had 10 guys on the field defensively, and you can't do that in the inside 2 minutes in the first half. You can see he's not very happy about it.
So here come the Texans, 2nd down and 8. They keep it on the ground. Ron Dane. Dane crosses the 25 and gets to the 26. 4-yard pickup. Fans here not happy that the Texans are playing this one conservatively. And they're allowing the clock to run down, faced with the 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, there you have it, Gus. I mean, we said it was a thin line, and we can see which side of that line Gary Kubiak's going to put his team on. He wants to go in at least tied. He doesn't want to do anything crazy. Even though David Carr is playing a pretty good first half, there's no reason to risk it at this point.
3rd down and 4. Ron Dane. Ronaldo Hill makes the tackle.
And now Miami will take a nice timeout with 30 seconds to go. They'll give Dante Culpepper a couple of plays offensively to get back on. And now you wonder why if they didn't burn that other timeout, they'd have a little bit more time to make something happen, maybe get into field goal range.
Well, next Saturday, the Home Depot SEC on CBS puts on a double feature as the Razorbacks take on the Auburn Tigers and the Bayou Bengals battle the Florida Gators.
Miami Dolphins left with no timeouts after having to waste that first one, or the second timeout, just a few seconds ago. They're going to get the football back, and as Welker stands at about his 27-yard line, I mean, they're just going to, what they're going to have to do, Gus, is get this punt back in about 30 seconds to give Olindo Mare